Okay.
All right, go ahead.
We're good. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for being on this Zoom call tonight. We are so excited that you carved out some time to spend with us to learn a little bit more about the Juice Plus company and what it has really meant to us. You're going to hear from three different two other ladies, including myself. So 3 different stories tonight. And I'm just going to hop right in so you guys can get the full benefit of hearing everything they have to say. And I'm going to introduce Kirsten. Kirsten is a mom of 2 beautiful girls. She lives in Pennsylvania with her husband, Scott. She is an elementary school teacher. I actually know Kirsten because her husband was friends with my husband in college, right? It was college. And that's how we met. And then she's going to tell you how we got to become even better friends. But her story is just incredible. I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her. So I'm going to mute myself and you can take it away.
Okay, thanks so much. And I apologize that I'm like really dark right now, but that's okay. It's not my tan. All right, guys, I'm so excited. So I love these meetings because I just feel like you get a whole different feel when you actually see the people rather than just hearing them on the phone or just a Facebook event. So I just love this. So I'm glad that Jules, Liz, and I are doing it. But I'm excited that you're joining us just to listen and hear an opportunity that could really change your life physically, emotionally, financially. And I'm going to start off just by telling you my Juice Plus story, which changes as I, get more and more into the business. But growing up, I was always an active child. So I was always in sports in elementary school, through high school, and then even into college. And I ate pretty healthy. My mom always had fruits and vegetables. She always made sure, we were drinking water and not, we never drank soda in our house. It was like forbidden. And I thought I was a pretty healthy person, but I ended up getting sick a lot. And, as I got into adulthood, I was getting so sick that I was alternating between going to my family doctor and the Ready Care because I was going so often, and I was embarrassed that I was going so often that I didn't want my doctor to see me, every couple weeks. So I would go in between the two. And, it was a path that continued. And I, as Jules had said, I'm a school teacher, and I just thought, okay, the kids are giving me all their germs. That's why I'm getting sick. That's why I'm continually on antibiotics. And then I eventually became a mom, and it continued because I wasn't making really any changes. And that's when I knew something had to give. So if I wasn't able to take care of myself, I wasn't able to take care of my little baby then. And I had posted a picture on Facebook of 3 different antibiotics I was taking at one time. It was actually over Memorial Day weekend. And Jules had reached out to me and told me about Juice Plus. And I was like, I'll take it. I need to make a change. And immediately I noticed a difference. I had heightened energy levels, and I just felt like a completely different person. And, as I continue my journey, I learn about the powers of fruits and vegetables. And that's, just been over 2 years now that I've been on the product. And that leads me then to how I came into the business end of things, was because I had such a positive experience with the products that I thought, okay, I'll listen to see what the business has, to offer me. And I joined, not too long after taking it, and it just made sense to me. So, as a mom, I didn't want any other moms feeling that way, with their little kids. I want, to enjoy the time with my daughter. As a friend, anybody in my family, I didn't want anybody feeling like that. So, it was more, I knew that there was something that I had to share with other people, and that's really why I got started. But, more than just the product and the business itself, I love the community. And that's, as Jules was saying, since starting Juice Plus, like her and I had become so close. And, I didn't know Liz either. And, we talk on Voxer and we just chat. And it's so much fun to just have a community of like-minded people. And, it really attracted me to that as well. And, the business aspect of things has changed, my way of looking at life, not just health-wise, but just, a positive outlook, a positive attitude. I've become more patient and, just a greater appreciation for everything. So I'm just going to touch on a couple things about the business that I like and that really, held me to it. So one of the things is that it's $50 to start up. So just $50 to own a virtual franchise and, be able to share this gift of health with other people. And, that $50 can be an investment to, pay for just your products if that's what you wanted to do, or it can pay for a car payment, or it can pay for your mortgage. I mean, there are amazing stories of where this business, can lead you if you do it with intention. So, the possibilities of where $50 can really lead you is endless. I mean, I spent $50 today at Target on water balloons and a sprinkler for my daughter. So, you can put it towards those things, but then, it's really easy to spend $50 like that, but it's really, one thing to really invest into it. And another thing that I really like is that there's no quotas. So I've never been a network marketer for any other company, but I know that some of them have like monthly quotas. And if you don't hit them, that, your status as a distributor is then like canceled. So what I love about our company is that you work the business when the business works for you. So if it doesn't work for you one month, you don't do it. It's not, nobody is coming down your back telling you, you have to do this month. You have to hit this number. You have to do this, nothing. And then there's other months where, you can work sun up, sun down. Nobody's going to tell you to stop. But I love that about the business. And I don't think there's any other job out there that you can say, I think I'm going to take today off. And I think I'm going to take this whole week off or this whole month off. And, I'll pick back up eventually. So, that's the really nice thing about it. And, me personally, I had my second daughter last May, and I went in with the mentality of, okay, I'll work my business. And then once I have Brooke, I'm going to take some time off. And it really happened to be the opposite. So, when I had Brooke, my why doubled in size. I now have these two little girls of why I want this plan B to lead me, to time freedom. So my business has thrived so much more since having Brooke, when I really thought it would kind of take a back seat because now I'm going to have these two kids to juggle and, figure out life with two. So just the fact that I had the choice to either, let it take the back seat or let it work was amazing. And, lastly, I'm just going to touch on one more thing that, the product that, we're, sharing with others is recommended by doctors. So professionals who have had years and years of schooling, not many probably of which are in nutrition, but, they recommend it to their patients. And I was lucky enough to meet Dr. Sears in Phoenix this past spring. And then just recently, pediatrician Dr. Valerie Miles was at Bear Creek, and she was amazing to listen to. It's amazing to hear her stories of, she went from prescribing drugs and, medications, which most doctors do, and she now suggests Juice Plus to her patients. And the results that she shared, that she's seen from her patients, was just verification of that product. And, that's why I love the product myself, and I stand firmly behind it and would recommend it, to anyone. So I continue to learn more and more every day about the power of nutrition through the business itself. And if it weren't really for the community of people and, for Jules for sharing this with me, I'd be giving my children, over the counter, vitamins, I guess you could say. So the gummy Flintstones or whatever it is. And myself, I probably wouldn't be doing anything. I probably wouldn't be taking any kind of vitamins. So not only has the Juice Plus, been great for our health, but it's allowed me to really dream again. So where I am today as to where I was, 2 years ago is a completely different place. So I always thought that I'd have to work, 35 years in the education world and then, retire, collect my pension if it's still there in 35 years. And then I would have that time freedom. And, I'm quickly learning that when I work my business with intention, that, my time freedom is a lot closer than those, 35 years are. So that gets me really excited that, my plan B is really working out here. So, if you're on the fence, I know some of you are joining in, to learn a little bit more about the business. And if you're on the fence, I really want you would want to tell you, to just take the leap. So, if nothing else comes out of it other than educating yourself on the importance of a healthy lifestyle and getting yourself healthier and your family closer to health, then, you could consider that a success. And so I'm just really excited that you were able to come on and join us and just learn a little bit more. And I'm going to hand it over to Liz. And Liz also lives in Pennsylvania with her husband and two little adorable boys. And she is a school teacher, and she has a passion for inspiring others to reach their full potential and live their life to the fullest, because who doesn't want to? So she has an amazing story of why she got started, and I love it every time I hear it. So I can't wait to hear it again. So take it away, Liz.
All right. Thank you, Kirsten. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be on this call and to be joining you and sharing with you my story. Like Kirsten, I was always very active. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, a 2-sport athlete in college, and I grew up with 4 brothers. So there was never kind of any stop in our house, always moving, always running, always busy. So I tried to eat healthy. I worked really hard at creating a healthy lifestyle, but I was always under the mentality I could eat whatever I want and just burn it off, which I did for a really long time. And it wasn't until I got pregnant and started breastfeeding my oldest son, Declan, that I really started to make that connection between what went into my body and how it affected my body and the nutrition that it needed. So I started there kind of trying to eat healthier and drink more water and exercise. But it wasn't until last spring when my husband got really sick that I knew we needed a change. Kyle came down with thyroiditis, and if any of you have ever been through it or know anyone with it, it's pretty scary. So initially we weren't sure what it was, just that his thyroid levels were very elevated. So we went through a lot of tests, and luckily it was thyroiditis. So what the span of that was, he started with like a hyperthyroiditis stage, and that was like 6 to 8 weeks. Very ornery, very ornery. He had fevers, chills, fatigue, extreme fatigue, and he lost about 15 pounds. And then from there, it kind of levels out, and then you go into the hypo stage. So we knew we were in for, like 24 weeks of just really some intense stuff. So when he had that, I was like, you know what, we need a change. And at that moment, Jules had invited me to a Facebook party, and I was on it, and I learned about Juice Plus, and it was kind of just like a godsend. It really was. So we had nothing to lose. So I ordered Juice Plus and we tried it. And we've had many positive benefits from it, including just boosting our immune system, reducing sickness, craving fruits and vegetables. But the real wonderful thing happened was that when Kyle went back, so he went through these phases of the thyroiditis. So when he leveled out for a couple weeks, and then the doctor said, okay, now your levels are going to be elevated, and then you're going to be symptomatic again. And he would go through the hypo stage, extreme fatigue, ornery, fevers, chills. So we started it. We started the Juice Plus, and then he never had the symptoms. His levels did change again, but he went back for blood work, and the doctors were really surprised that he wasn't symptomatic. So right then and there, I knew, wow, this stuff is wonderful. It's helped us. My son, Declan, had chronic ear infections, which led to tubes, just really sick. And I was a mom, and I'm sure some of you might have thought this, oh, it's just the age, oh, it's that time of year again. And I was just kind of getting tired of that. I was just like, no, it's not. Something needs to change. So Juice Plus has really changed our lives and our health for the better. And I'm just so thankful that we were introduced to it. And I love it. So I can't help but share it. So the business side of this came to me naturally. I just felt everyone should at least know about this. And what drew me to the company was that they are mission driven. Their goal is to inspire healthy living across the world. And I thought, wow, I want to be a part of that. I want to do that, whether it's through people drinking more water or people walking. I just thought that is a wonderful mission. So that's what drew me to the business initially. And then the fact that, like Kirsten touched on, the community of people that I've met, just wonderful and supportive. I mean, I've met mostly women, but I know there's men that do it too. It's just been awesome. I'm just so happy to be a part of this team. And it's just been a wonderful journey for me. My goal is to be a stay-at-home mom. So like Kirsten, it was like the 35-year plan, then retire, and go from there. And I don't know about some of you out there, but I definitely have some student loan debt. Kyle does too, so we're not out of that. So having this plan B, being a part of this, is a win-win for us. We're inspiring healthy living. We're sharing this wonderful gift with people, but also we're creating something that help our family too. And it's just been awesome. And right now I'm home for summer break. And what really hit me hard again was Declan yesterday told me, Mom, I had the best day with you. Whew, I'm filling up. And I just want that every day. I want him to have the best day and his worst days with me. So this company allows for that. Like I can achieve that. I can be a stay-at-home mom, without going into incredible debt. I can still help provide and have financial, gifts with the family through this company. So that's my goal. And I'm so supported. And I just think everyone believes in me. So I believe it, so I can do it. So if you are on the fence or you're thinking, I don't know if this is for me, give it a shot. It is. It's for you. You can't ask for a better group of people to work with, to know, and just to create wonderful friendships with. So I love it. I love it so much. And I'm so thankful that Jules introduced me to it. And I'm going to put her on in a second. Jules is just wonderful. I absolutely love her. And she's been doing the business for about 7 years, and she has 2 adorable little boys at home. We're kind of going through the same thing. She has a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. So she's just been awesome. She's a personal trainer, and I just love her. So I'm going to turn it over to Jules. So thank you, Kirsten. And Jules, here you go.
Aw, thanks, Liz. I know I'm getting teary-eyed a few times already throughout this call. So I'll tell you guys why in a few minutes. But I have been doing this business longer than Liz or Kirsten, and it's just so neat when I hear their stories. Not that they aren't special, but I can tell you they're a dime a dozen. I've heard it over and over. I've heard 4 of my personal friends go through thyroid issues, like Liz's husband, Kyle, and say the same thing, like we really should be very sick with symptoms and we're not. And they swear it's the Juice Plus. So I'm so thankful that they said yes. And I said yes 7 years ago when I was teaching spin. I was teaching 36 classes a week, actually. And a client asked me to take a look at Juice Plus. I was obviously skeptical, being in the fitness industry. Even just like doctors or nurses, they're skeptical of things that are on the market. And I was skeptical. So I took a look at what Juice Plus really was, and a few things really jumped out. And I thought, okay, I need to take this. The first one was that it was whole food. It didn't have a supplement label. It had a whole food label. The second one was that it was non-GMO. The third one was that it had good NSF certification. So that meant a third party came in and said what was actually on the label is actually in the product. And then the last one was the research. We now have over 30 studies that have been published in peer-reviewed medical journals. So I was like, what is this? I've never heard of anything like this. And what is it? Fruits and vegetables in a capsule? Well, I knew I wasn't getting enough fruits and veggies. I was tired every single day, nap every single day. My nails were breaking. My hair was falling out. I had bad cystic acne. I mean, the list goes on. And not to mention, I had this layer of inflammation around my body. As a personal trainer, didn't feel comfortable in my skin. And I say it was like a little chubbiness around my body. I never looked lean ever, except when I dieted really hard to do some crazy fitness competition. And it was super unhealthy for me to get there. So I started Juice Plus, and the results were amazing. Maybe not as amazing as Kirsten and Liz and Kyle's, but for me, they were amazing. My skin didn't stop breaking out. My nails started growing. They were stronger. They were long. I had so much more energy, and I wasn't getting sick. And the best one, I guess, for being a girl, I'm sure everybody could relate, is that I lost that little layer of inflammation. It took about a year And it wasn't just the Juice Plus, it was a healthy lifestyle change that our company promotes, that, you know, I finally felt and looked lean. And I would say I was early 30s then. I looked better then than I did in my early 20s. So it was just an incredible thing. And as I had this incredible experience with the Juice Plus products, like Kirsten said and Liz said, you just can't help but share with other people. How could I keep that to myself? And so one by one, I share with people and they would have experiences. And I thought, oh my gosh, Dr. Sears, and if you guys don't know who he is, he's America's most trusted pediatrician. He stands behind our product. It's on his website. He has one of the most visited websites across the country. But he says it's called the helper's high. It's almost like when you start helping people, you get addicted to it. And that's why you see people that do good in the world, like they just keep doing good. It's really hard to stop once you start. And so what was really neat is that as I continued to help people, my paycheck continued to increase. And that was a really great thing because I was working so much, but I still was like always having more month left at the end of my money. I never had an extra. And so Juice Plus became that supplemental income that really helped me, you know, enjoy life a little bit more. And so, excuse me, 7 years later, I've now been able to quit all my fitness classes and be at home with my kids. And like, you know, Kirsten and Liz said, like, I didn't think that was my plan. I thought I was going to be working for the rest of my life, you know, also. And so I didn't know that that was an option. And I didn't know that I didn't have to trade time for dollars. And so, you know, a few of the things, actually, let me just I want to put up this list if I can, of some of the things about the Juice Plus company that I absolutely love. And the girls touched on a lot of them. Let's see if this works. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see all that. Liz, can you shake your head? Because I can only see you. Can you see that? Okay. All right. So the girls touched on some of them, but let me just run through this list really quick. And I love the $50 to start. Like Kirsten said, I love no quotas. That was probably no quotas and no inventory. I actually had been in a home-based business before because I love home-based businesses. I love the thought of being an entrepreneur. I love the thought of passing that on to my kids. But I had a room full of inventory that eventually I never was able to sell. So I love that it's the most researched, just the largest selling. Doctors are telling our story. I mean, if you have someone like Dr. Sears out there saying, you know, I not only take Juice Plus, it's the only thing I take, but I also recommend Juice Plus. You're like, what? This is like one of the most reputable pediatricians in our country, really across the world. And he's saying that he takes and recommends Juice Plus. We don't really have to do the storytelling. The doctors do the storytelling for us. And all of our doctors have had a Juice Plus experience. That's why they stand behind our product. It's a small product line. We don't have a catalog of stuff. I think when people have too many choices, they have a tough time making a decision. I love that it's 4 things. It's the Juice Plus capsules or chewables, the Juice Plus shake, the Juice Plus bars, or the Tower Garden. So anybody could walk through any one of those doors and be introduced to Juice Plus. It's consumable. People are eating it every day. One thing that's not on here that is one of the best things also, it's for everybody. Young, old, sick, well, anybody can take Juice Plus. Nursing, pregnant, that was a big one because I actually took Juice Plus exclusively as a prenatal. I took it while I was nursing. I'm still nursing. And mission driven, I don't know if Kirsten or Liz said that, but you know, our company's mission statement is to inspire healthy living around the world. And we truly are mission driven. That's what drives our team members to keep sharing. We also are in 20 plus countries. That was a big one. We're a global company. We're not just here in our America, but we're in other countries. 12 billion in sales and no territory. So you can go to any one of those 20 plus countries and share Juice Plus. And this is a big one. we have a benefits package at the top level of our company. So while some companies, they, do flashy trips and flashy cars, which is great and that's fun, but our company, they do some of that also, but they have a benefits package and it rivals or is better than most corporate benefit packages that you'll see. And that's huge. I think that healthcare, insurance, that's going to be, if it's not already in your family, that's going to be one of the biggest costs in the coming years to your monthly expenses. So to be able to have that taken care of for you every month is truly, that's got to be a huge peace of mind and a huge stress reliever. And most of us are women, guys do this, but for us women to take that burden off of our husbands, what a blessing to them. So hold on, let me stop sharing this. Okay. So, I think I'm pretty sure my husband would be excited if I got to do that for him. So, what has happened for me over the past 7 years is that, like Kirsten said, I did work the business when I felt like it. And there was times I didn't feel like working it, so I didn't. But truly, it has become such a part of my life that it's woven into my everyday life. This is a part of who I am. It's what I do. It's what my kids know. Well, Maddox knows this is what I do. And I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop even if they told me I had to stop. I probably couldn't stop. And it's people like Liz and Kirsten and Allison. When I saw her kids, I saw Hayden come on the screen and I started crying because I was like, these girls are my family and their families are my family. And I care so deeply about them. And I don't know what it is about this company. I don't think you see that in corporate America because people climb over one another to get to the top. It's not like that in our company. We help each other to succeed. And if you don't help other people to succeed, you're not going to get where you need to go. And so I think that's one of the most moral and ethical ways that you could do business. And I'm so, so proud. And I feel so blessed that I'm a part of this company. So I just want to say thank you guys so much again for taking some time out tonight to listen. And just so you know, if you do want to get started, that $50, that's all it takes. It's an application that can be texted or emailed to you by the person who invited you on the call tonight. And we have a tried and proven system. It is a virtual franchise. So we plug you into the system. Like Kirsten said, you get to choose what you want to do. And we're here to help you no matter what you want to do. So I think that's it. And again, thank you guys so much. And I hope that you all have a fabulous night. Good night.